just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
60 Bison.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
70 Timberwolf. 79.
He'll try again. Try to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Zay Flowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Chargers 24. Broncos 21.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here comes second down at 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here comes second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Go! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st and goal.
60 Eagle. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Jacobs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
18, 70 line.
They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, Wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Go! Cougar 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Chargers 31, Broncos 28.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 31.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Bronco 80. Cougar 19. Under 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one finds McConkey. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red end zone before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now.